global financial system is changing. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000 right now to get your free gold investment guide, plus your free copy of economist Ken Rogoff's book, Our Dollar, Your Problem. Find out about a tax and penalty-free rollover in 2026. Gold and silver can surge when the economy shifts, and they don't wait for permission. Consult your financial advisor before investing. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000.
Remember the day you brought your puppy home? The tiny paws, the wagging tail, the spark in their eyes, energy that wouldn't quit? As they've gotten older, you wonder where that spark went. They're slower, pickier at mealtime. Their stomach often seems off, and you find yourself cleaning out messes, worrying and thinking, is this what aging looks like? That's not old age. That's malnutrition. They're missing the probiotics, the enzymes, the omega oils, and the live vitamins and minerals your dog needs to digest and absorb food. When the gut is out of balance, everything is harder. That's where Rough Greens comes in. It's America's #1 dog supplement. You sprinkle on their food. It's packed with all the live nutrients they need. It's all natural, made in the USA. Thousands of dogs are feeling younger, more energetic, healthier than ever before. I can get you a free Jumpstart trial bag. You just cover the shipping. Go to roughgreens.com. That's RUFF, roughgreens.com. Use the discount code MikeG. Rough Greens, we make any dog food better. Rough Greens, so great, your dog will ask for it by name.
.432, okay. Back with you on doubleheader. Rob and Dan, bringing back the team.
We're rolling it back.
Yep. Hey, the beautiful sounds of ball-hitting bat and ball-hitting glove down in Florida. That's been a nice image. Or Arizona, but
yeah,
I pay attention to the teams in Florida.
Right, yeah.
Nice to see that. And so far, pretty good health. Although the Lindor injury is a little shaky, but, you know.
I mean, they say he's going to be back for opening day. Yeah. I mean, we'll see about that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, but you know what? The guy doesn't hit until June anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I think where there's smoke, there's fire. Something's shaky in that locker room. In the offseason, there's a reason stuff got changed.
Well, it's basically a different clubhouse.
Sure it is.
Completely compared to last year, because guys who were lifelong Mets are no longer there, i.e. Pete Alonso. What's the other guy's name, that outfielder whose name I'm
Brandon Nimmo.
Thank you.
Yep.
So you've got new faces in some pretty important positions, and I think David Stearns is really banking on his talent pool in the minor leagues. I think as far as that goes, that's how the Mets will do this year. Mm-hmm. And the problem is, until they prove otherwise, they are unproven commodities. So who knows what's going to happen.
And you're hoping a lot of things that you've thrown into the stew in your laboratory comes to fruition, you know?
Well, you're hoping that Mark Vientos has a bounce back year too.
Yep.
Who I thought was a very important piece for them last year, and he had a down year, and what do you know? They didn't make the playoffs.
Right.
So I think it hinges on guys like him as much as it does any of these young players that they're bringing up.
Beyond that, a lot of the baseball chatter is nonsense. I thought the Luke Weaver thing was idiocy, you know, with him carrying a Yankee bag into training camp with the Mets. That's just, you know, you're stretching at that point. So I don't worry about stuff like that.
Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
right.
You know what? It's early spring training. As I said before, we're in the vacuum between the Super Bowl and March Madness.
Sure.
So we have to come up with things to talk about. We have to inflate things bigger than they are in order to fill up airtime. So I'll tell you what, I thought that Steve Cohen's remarks from earlier today.
Yes.
I don't know if you got to hear those.
I saw some of them.
That definitely got some traction. And it's interesting, some of the stuff that he had to say. But again, you know, as an owner of a team opening up spring training, what do you expect the guy to say?
Yes.
You know, I think we have a great team this year. Well, he's not going to say that they suck.
Put it this way.
You know, everybody's like clapping like seals because he said that they had a great team. Well, yeah, duh.
Right.
I mean, come on.
And anything he says is going to get tweeted from Town Hall, where I pay taxes, by the way, but that's okay. He can spend all day just sending out his little tweets and retweeting Steve Cohen however he likes, and we move on from there. Okay.
I thought his comments about the team captain thing were interesting.
Yeah, he says, well, the Mets will never have a team captain so long as he's in charge.
Yeah, and I guarantee you he didn't have that opinion 5 years ago.
Probably not.
Again, to your point of where there's smoke, there's fire. If Soto's not on the team, Lindor's the captain.
Oh, sure.
And I think there is something to that he doesn't want to aggravate Soto or aggravate Lindor by two guys who you could argue are not, not exactly seeing eye to eye, let's just say. Which the other argument is that shouldn't matter, and it shouldn't.
No.
Your job is to play baseball, not to be everybody's BFF. But in today's world, in today's, brand of sports, everybody's got to be everybody's best friend in the clubhouse. And if there's the slightest bit of doubt that that's the case, then, that becomes a story.
Take me back to the 70s when Cliff Johnson and Goose Gossage are having fist fights, and then they still go win the World Series.
Billy Martin going after Reggie in the Red Sox dugout. I mean,
I remember it well.
Yeah, I mean, that's the good old days, man. I want more of that.
Yeah.
You know?
By the way,
like football example, Buddy Ryan going after Kevin Gilbride.
Oh, after Kevin Gilbride.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
Oh, remember it well.
Great moments in Oilers history.
We talked about football, and the FCAC schedules were released. What was that? 4 days ago. So last Thursday night, I think it was. So we've got the details of who they're playing and where they're going.
So that is an official schedule. That's not like a provisional.
This is not provisional.
Okay.
This is from the FCAC. This is official. I don't know who's behind this account, FCAC Football.
Sean Patrick Boley.
It's definitely not
Definitely not him.
Definitely not Dave Schultz. That's not Dave's thing. He's the commissioner. It is not Sean Saylor, or at least if it isn't.
I was going to be my next guest.
If
Sean
it is,
Saylor.
He hasn't told me. It could be Dave Stewart, who runs the FCAC website. It could be him. I don't know. That could be a Stewie thing.
It's a mystery guest at this point.
Regardless, whoever it is, doesn't matter. Greenwich opening at home with Central, and from what I'm gathering, will be Thursday night, September 10th. The 11th is Rosh Hashanah, so no games that night.
Okay, so there's going to be no school that day.
So they will play a Thursday night, probably 6 o'clock game is my guess.
So is it going to be on Prime, since it's on Thursday night?
Of course it is. It's on Prime.
Should get Cranky Al to come out and do that game.
GCH still gets the radio call, but Cranky Al...
Cranky Al is welcome anytime.
Oh, we're here at this god-awful Greenwich High School. They didn't pay me enough to come here.
Oh, there's a flag on the play. What else is new?
Hey, I become Cranky Al in games like that.
We both had our moments last season along those lines.
Crazy. Well, they're anyway.
Well,
bite my tongue. Stop.
To be clear, you're talking about Bridgeport Central.
Yes, absolutely true.
That is a weird choice for a first game. I don't know. Like, I don't decide who plays who when, but I texted you a few weeks ago and said, around September 11th, opening the season with New Canaan would have been epic.
Would be epic.
But they're not going to do that, obviously. Right. But, it's interesting that for the second year in a row we're playing New Canaan after a bye.
They're setting it up where they're hoping Greenwich and New Canaan are both on a collision path to do it again.
They're hoping for 1 versus 2, round 2 between these two.
And this year at Cardinal Stadium.
Right.
But Central to open. And then for the love of God, Dan, please, we got to go back to New Britain.
That's a road trip.
It sure is. A Friday night to New Britain. I mean, maybe a Friday night, but
yeah,
week 2 to New Britain.
Well.
And I'm telling you, if you don't like heights, the climb to that booth.
Oh, yeah. I remember when I was there, I got there a lot earlier
you got there earlier than Sean and I.
I got to scout it out, and I remember going up the steps to that booth for the first time. But the first thing I thought of was, oh, Rob's not going to like this.
I've done that climb before.
And we got through it. But
I had to do it a couple of times the night of the state championship. But yeah, not my favorite thing in the world.
No, it is it's a little sketchy if you're not a fan of heights. I will say that.
For the record, no elevator whatsoever.
Nope.
None.
No, we got nothing.
Nope.
Even though, like, where the press box is, like, you could jump out the window and be in the stands.
Yeah, you could.
But you can't get to the box from the stands. You got to go up the steps behind the box, if that makes sense.
How about we go over to the visiting bleachers? We'll run all off battery that night and just do it from the stands. We'll do it live.
I would love to do something like that, where we do a game like old school style, like in the stands.
Could do that.
You know, as like a throwback or
It's a
whatever.
consideration.
You know.
It's a consideration. All right.
Listen to this train wreck on WGCH.
And Sean's already promised he's going with me so he can help me get up and down those stairs.
There you go.
Anyway, week 3. We have not seen the Fairfield Ward Mustangs in football in years. I can't tell you the last time we did. So black, red, and white against black, red, and white. Greenwich and Ward, week 3 at Cardinal Stadium.
3 of their first 4 games would be at home with this schedule.
Week 4 is the other Alliance game, and that is the Newtown Nighthawks.
Newtown's an intriguing opponent.
The problem with Newtown and New Britain is the Cardinals have seen both of these teams in the state playoffs in the recent years.
When did they see Newtown in the playoffs?
That would be...
Well, that's before my time,
I was going to say
obviously.
BD.
Okay.
Before Dan, yes.
Before Dan, yeah, right.
22 or 18. One of the state playoff runs, they saw Newtown. Then at Norwalk, and in reality...
Which is at McMahon.
At Norwalk means at Jack Casagrande Field.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We're going over to Jack Casagrande at Brian McMahon High School.
So I'm gonna add a couple of new venues next season.
Yes, you are.
At Norwalk and then at St. Joe. I've never been there.
Right.
So
the bye after the Norwalk trip. And
they will not lose that week.
Yeah. And then home for New Canaan.
Yeah, again, it's setting up, you said it, the second year in a row where it's going to be 2 weeks of hype for Greenwich New Canaan.
The good news is it'll be a zoo, but it's a zoo on what, you know me in the word we, but I can say it's on our turf that week.
Yeah.
Because we'll be
it's
in our booth.
Yeah.
We're fine.
We don't have to worry about setup or anything like that.
Anybody else who wants to come, they can be in the booth with us. Don't get in the way of the broadcast. And normally Clicks and Sean Adams get the first offering to come visit. Except you got to bring us food.
There's plenty of room for 17 of their friends, too, in that booth.
Sure is. Then a trip back to Tiger Hollow.
Which will be fun.
And
Ridgefield has gotten significantly better since the last time we saw them in 2024.
I'll tell you, my one concern about Tiger Hollow is the weather better be good, because I've been to Tiger Hollow in the rain. That is not fun.
Right.
Let's get Irway on the phone and talk about the night he and I did it in a driving rainstorm, covering up our equipment.
I remember you telling me that story.
We got knocked off the air a few times, yeah.
That first season where I was with you in 24, you kind of caught me up on some of the lore involving GCH coverage of Greenwich football with you and Chris.
They've had some stories.
But which was a worse weather day? That day you just mentioned or Thanksgiving at Staples?
Yeah, I knew you were going to go there. And I hate to sound like a cop-out, but that is such a jump ball. They were so bad. Both of them were so bad.
Driving rain and wind
But the thing we did better in Staples was I brought those dopey pods, one of which I still have not gotten folded up. It is sitting in my basement open.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I have not folded that thing back up.
Yeah, and we never got off the air, right?
We never went off the air. The only thing that happened at Staples was rainwater got into a power supply of mine for my MacBook. And it fried that, so I had to buy a new one for like $12 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So that was the worst of it. We never.
Yeah, I thought it was incredible that we never lost connection.
Never lost
or anything.
Connection.
That was.
And that I took the scoreboard controller home with me from Staples. Boy, I had to take that back. Remember?
Oh yeah, right.
AD at Staples was so nice about that too. He's a great guy. So that'll be at Ridgefield, and they'll take good care of us, but we may have to remember a tent for that experience. Then home for Welton at Cardinal Stadium. That'll be senior night.
Yep.
And then finish up on the road at St. Joe's, which almost has the feeling of being a college atmosphere. I was telling you how it's tailgates and just...
They have a tailgate
They just
presence.
go crazy there, yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Old wooden press box, very tight. Very tight. I did the last time I worked that game alone,
Okay.
and I was kind of glad I did because it gets tight in there. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We have, 8 months before we have to figure it out?
Hey, you know,
9?
it's, you know what, the schedule's out. It's just like the NFL, right? As soon as the schedule's out, people talk about it endlessly about, oh, this is a win, this is a win, this
Seriously,
is a loss.
that's 9 months away. That's mid-November at that point.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And we're mid-February. And then finish up at Staples. We know the drill there.
On Thanksgiving.
On Thanksgiving. Please bring the tailgate this year. I don't want to send Dan out for another. Where are you? I found the Dunkin' Donuts. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, this place isn't open. I'm going to go further down the road and see what I can
We
find.
had no food.
Yeah.
Not fun.
No, the tailgate for this past Thanksgiving at Greenwich High was outstanding.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
I was really glad to be a part of that.
Trumbull Prep Week 2. New Canaan Prep Week 2. That's a great game. That's a good one.
Yeah, I don't see. I mean, you're just showing me 4 teams here.
Yeah, I'll
but
show you some more.
I don't know. Like, what are the marquee games in Week 1? Because New Canaan's not starting off with a heavyweight.
New Canaan starts with Trumbull, and who knows what Trumbull is this year. That's the other thing. Who knows?
Yeah. But I mean, my first instinct when I looked at that Greenwich schedule and I was talking with you, I said, I mean, that's an 8-2 schedule that they've got. You know what the deal is at this point, right?
Sure you do.
They're gonna go 8-2 probably. They're gonna lose a game that you see coming. They're gonna lose a head scratcher that you didn't see coming, and they're gonna be a tough out in December.
They got to prove they can get by Wilton.
Well, it's funny you say that because when I came up with 8-2, I had that as a loss.
Yeah. Can they?
It's a loss until they prove otherwise.
They can go 10-0, but they've got to
Sure,
figure out how
but-
to,
You know.
Wilton's schedule. Again, who knows? Who knows what
Yeah.
Wilton is? Losses to graduation. Wilton
Yeah.
traditionally, don't hold this against me. Traditionally, they're not a team that just graduates and then regroups. Where New Canaan, Greenwich,
Yeah.
they do that year after year.
Well,
You lose
yeah.
MJ D'Angelo, you bring in, Phil Tarantino,
Yeah.
and you just keep grooving on.
Who you never know might be a star.
Phil's going to be good.
He's on that trajectory, I think.
Everything I hear about Phil as a player and as a person is really rock solid. So I think he's going to be okay.
You got to have a good head on your shoulders to be a quarterback.
I agree.
So, if he's got the mental makeup to do it, he's already ahead of most of the guys that he's going to face.
By the way, Trumbull's schedule. I've already been asked about what I know about broadcasting a Crosby football game because Trumbull plays at Crosby.
Going up to Waterbury.
I said, and I'm in the middle of walking into wrestling at the Westchester County Center, and Jeff Alterman's going, "What do you know about broadcasting at Crosby?" I'm like, "I've never done it," and then I discovered they play at Municipal Stadium in Waterbury. You're gonna be fine.
See, but this is what I mean. Like, schedule comes out, and everybody is like,
You jumped the gun.
Because
absolutely jumped the gun.
it's football. It's the king sport, right?
It
so
is.
Everything revolves around it. So I'm not surprised that people are already thinking ahead to some of these games on the schedule.
Tell you what, that Staples schedule's challenging. Home West Hill, at
That's
South
rough.
Windsor, at Ridge. Well, okay, at Ridgefield. I love you, West Hill. Home Cheshire, at Danbury, home Darien, and Danbury's taken big steps. They've been good. A bye at Wilton, at Norwalk, home Ludlow, home Greenwich. That's a pretty good schedule.
Pretty favorable schedule.
You think?
I think so.
I don't know. That
Well, I mean,
that obviously, if
Compared to-
Ludlow,
again, I don't know what they are. I don't know what Wilton is.
I would say Darien. Cheshire's
Yeah, I
normally
mean-
good. Ridgefield sounds like they're back up, and South Windsor's normally pretty good.
I don't know. You got a lot. It could go either way with a lot of those games.
Sure it
with
could.
A lot of those programs.
Because it's February.
Of course. Remember, Staples was 5-5 last year. So
Yes, they were.
If they go 7-3 on that schedule, that's an improvement, right? I don't think they're going to be 5-5
And
again.
7-3 puts you in the playoffs.
Solidly in the playoffs, not having to worry about what's going on around you.
Yep. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Like with all these teams that we were just looking at, there are a lot of question marks around the roster for all these teams. Staples graduated a quarterback. You're going to have new coaches here and there.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have turnover with your star players defensively and on your skill positions offensively. The one thing that I would say, and this is me taking a wide view, not really, I know I am the Greenwich radio guy, so this might sound like a pro-Greenwich statement, whatever, but the thing that gives Greenwich a leg up is because they have their quarterback.
Yes.
And they have their coaching staff.
Yes, they do.
And those things in tandem make a big difference when you're working on your off-season program because you already know what you have. And it gives you a little bit of a leg up on the teams around you as you try to put your game plan and your playbook and all that together.
And a lot of this stuff can change. Coaches can change between now and August because you're not really worrying about this until August. The most you got coming up between now and then is some weight room stuff, and come July you can do the 7-on-7. But that's about it. You don't do spring practices anymore. There's not a red and white football game. None of that stuff exists anymore.
That's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, it was fun to do. I enjoyed the red and white scrimmage. That was always fun. Or
Players,
the black and gold in Trumbull. I got to do that too.
Yeah, and we're talking about this in February, but you know what? Players can still get hurt in the offseason.
Absolutely.
Look at what happened with Richie.
It's
So
exciting to be right on the fringe, but there's so much time to go.
Long way to go, folks.
We're back to wrap this baby up in just a moment. It's a Monday. It's doubleheader, 14:90.
I'm ready for football season again.
Pregame show at 6:50.
There we go.
WGCH, WGCH.com.
Let's go.
From the WGCH Weather Center.
Mostly cloudy for tonight, low temperature around 25 degrees. For tomorrow, considerable cloudiness, temperatures around 40. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy 30 and rain develops 40 on Wednesday. Partly sunny 40 Thursday and rain and snow showers Friday 40. Rain and snow 40 Saturday and more clouds 35 to 40 Sunday. Are you looking for a top-notch real estate company that doesn't charge a high commission but delivers incredible results? Whether you're selling or buying, the professionals at Candlewood Realty will get you what you need done. Check out their website, candlewoodrealty.com, or call 860-799-5300 for a free consultation. I'm meteorologist Bill Jack. We've been on 1490 WGCH and WGCH.com anywhere.
This is Dora Somm from Greenwich Library. Love to garden but not sure how to start? On Thursday, February 26th from 6 to 7:30 p.m., learn how to transform your outdoor space into a thriving vegetable garden and enjoy the satisfaction of growing your own food. Whether you're brand new to gardening or just want a refresher, horticulturist Tiana Santisiera will cover the basics of kitchen garden design and share practical tips to help your garden flourish right outside your door. Visit greenwichlibrary.org for more details and to register, or call 203-622-7910. We hope to see you there. This is Dora Somm from Greenwich Library on 1490 WGCH and WGCH.com anywhere.
Quickly to finish up, and I won't spend too much time on this, you can't be giving up a goal from center ice if you're the United States. But they came back and they came back and finished that.
Yeah.
So I'm content where the Americans are in the Olympics in terms of the hockey.
There's no real surprise at this point.
No,
right?
but there are some,
either on the men's or the women's side.
Yeah, there are some things that have certainly concerned me as that has gone along. The quad god getting knocked out, I thought that was crazy. And, everybody's cheating in curling. So there you go.
Which is awesome. So, who knew that it was such a hotbed for controversy, curling, right?
I know, right?
That's...
And what, Michaela Schrifflin, she's done? I thought I read that too.
Yeah, I'm not following all the sports, but yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Beyond that, I don't know that I've got too much more to say about the Olympics. They've been
Yeah,
good.
I
I've
mean,
been keeping an eye on
I
them,
mean,
but
there's not much buzz other than maybe a couple of sports for me.
yeah, that's
Like
fair.
the hockey, I'm interested in, but everything else is not. I'm not feeling it this time around.
Right. All right, fair enough.
By the way, I haven't been really here in New York since there was a new coach hired for the Giants.
There is a new coach.
And amazingly, the head coach of the Jets still has a job. So I don't know what the hell is going on there. But
They're going to give him one more year, I think.
you know what? I have this feeling they're going to give him 2 because I think the Jets are going to somehow win 6 or 7. And he's going to sell the owner that, look, I've got 3 first-round picks coming. You got to let me see this plan through. Hey, knock yourself out. Hey, the owner's watching that. They go 3-14. And he's like, you know what? I want some more of that.
Yeah.
Give me another year of that. That sounds good to me.
I can see it.
And then on the Giants side, there's going to be real optimism for the Giants for the first time in a long time.
Oh, for sure.
And
with Harbaugh, you're going to feel that way.
Oh, yeah. The energy that he brings to the locker room, I think, is going to be infectious, and it's going to go through the whole building, and it's going to go through the fan base.
But do you still think they're any better than 7-10?
I think coaching makes a huge difference.
Fair.
Look at what Vrabel did in New England.
Yeah, and look how he lost the Super Bowl.
Taking a 4-win team to the Super Bowl.
He did. He did. I also thought he had his worst game in the Super Bowl.
See, I didn't get that feeling.
No?
No.
I didn't think he was good.
I just think that the talent gap caught up with them.
Fair.
I think that Seattle had a great game plan, but I also think that New England was out of gas. And they had, as you know, as I was telling you, they could not block Seattle to save their lives. And that was the difference in the game.
And they've got a quarterback who didn't play well in the entire postseason, and I saw that coming.
I have a feeling he's hurt.
He might have been.
Because you heard rumblings for a while about his
shoulder. Yeah.
So I don't. And if you watched when he was throwing deep, he was throwing ducks.
Oh yeah.
He didn't have anything on the ball.
Oh yeah, they were quacking all the way.
That makes me think that there was something going on with his shoulder.
Yeah.
So, it's easy for us to sit here and think that he's going to be back in the Super Bowl. He may never be back. I mean, look at Dan Marino. But
Yeah.
I have a feeling that the Patriots have staying power because of the coaching staff, and I do think they got something at quarterback.
The great Robert Duvall died today. Do you have a favorite movie role of his?
I mean, the iconic one involves The Godfather, right?
It does. How can you go wrong?
So that's the easy pick for me, but I know there are others out there that people have talked about today.
He was the unscrupulous sports writer Max Murphy in The Natural. That was a hell of a great role. He was great. He was great in everything he did. Go back and look at how he handles his performance as Boo Radley in To Kill a Mockingbird, which is his first role, and he is ridiculously great by saying nothing in it. It's an effortless performance.
Yep.
He was one of a kind, and yes, no question. Tom Hagen in The Godfather, chef's kiss, just an all-time great performance. That is it for Doubleheader today. I think we're good for tomorrow, so I think I'll talk to you then. He's Dan Murphy. Nice to have him back. He's Clicks. He didn't talk. For the two of them, I'm Rob Adams. Black is still not a Mets color, even in spring training. We'll talk to you next time. Go live inspired, friends. Adios. We'll be with Zolzer at